Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Michael Grass. This is the Grassroots 304 podcast, episode number 65. And tonight, my very special guest is Natalie Brooke and her band, all the way here from D.C., right?
Baltimore, mainly.
Baltimore.
Yeah.
Welcome to West Virginia.
Thanks, we're having a great time.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and pass around the mic, let everybody tell who they are.
Cool, I'm Natalie Brooke.
I'm Nestor on the bass.
I'm Luke Walker. Did you like that?
Yes. I'm Nathan Shulkin. I play drums.
I play the guitar.
Again, welcome to the shop, guys. Welcome to the show. Yeah, it's like talking earlier. It's just like sitting backstage chilling. It's not a lot of bright lights and cameras in your face, and try to make it real comfortable in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me about the band. How long you guys been playing together?
This band, this lineup started in April of last year.
Mm-hmm.
I started this band right before COVID. I think it must have been probably 6 months before COVID hit. And then I've had like a couple lineups, but like the four of us, like one solid year together, and it's been great.
Okay, awesome. And you guys have produced some music together already, right?
Yes. A couple different members. We did an EP last year. It was Jacob and I, and then some other past members. And then in February, we just did an 11-track album, the four of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Baltimore. You said Baltimore area. What's the scene like in Baltimore? What's it like trying to be established in a city full of people that are doing the same thing?
Just so I don't do all the talking. It's great and short.
The Baltimore scene's pretty supportive, pretty tight knit. It's pretty cool. I was like pretty active in it like right before pandemic, and it was like one scene, and then like pandemic happened, and we didn't really know what was gonna happen after that. And people like Luke, the new youngins, like kind of came back up and like got it all rolling again, and it's been pretty awesome. It's been pretty cool to see. Everybody's out there supporting each other. Yeah, I'd say that's it. It's pretty dope.
Okay, so it's got the like small town vibes with the support going on, even though it's a large city.
Yeah, definitely. And we have like a few clubs and venues that people kind of rotate through, and everybody kind of works on local like homie fest type things together.
Right.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Do you all have like a specific like home venue that you play at the most?
I would say that's the 8x10 and
the
right
famous
there in
8x10.
Federal Hill. It'd be the 8x10, the big purple one. That's the old home place. That's the spot that's like the most respected club that is kind of jam or funk or kind of centric to those genres and stuff. They're always having the good music.
Okay. See, it's I know we were talking about Pigeons Playing Ping Pong earlier, and I know they would sell out the 8x10 like instantly, sort of thing. And of course, they're big enough to do that, but I'm sure they were playing to like crowds of 10 and 15 at one point too. So
Yeah, pretty much everybody has those stories.
yeah.
Yeah, us too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You all were playing to crowds of 10 and 15, and now you're selling them out.
Oh, I mean, so
or just you're
it's
talking about the 8x10.
super up and down right now. I think that's the crazy thing about exactly where we're at is I feel like we have like a lot of great shows, and then like also just a lot of like, I don't even want to say bad or whatever, but like more challenging nights where it's like, just like a lot less people. It's just because we're still new, getting to like a lot of new markets, and it's like sometimes we really hit like a good opening slot or like whatever, and then other times it's like you go somewhere brand new and you got 10 people and you like do your thing. So.
Right. Yeah. It's. I'm hoping that's not the way tonight.
Hey,
unfortunately,
we're ready for whatever.
But
Honestly.
that's how like you guys. It's a new market here for you. First time
Definitely.
playing in Dunbar,
Yeah.
Charleston. It's all the same thing here.
Yeah, we haven't played in Charleston either, so.
Yeah. Honestly, sometimes it's hit and miss with new bands that come and play.
Yeah.
Sometimes people show up. Sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. But yeah, hopefully, we've already got a pretty solid crowd in there so far. I don't know if you've been up front in the last 20 minutes or so.
I love to just stay back here and then not think about it until I get out there, and then I'm like, cool, this is what it is. Let's go.
Okay, so you get like pre-show jitters then?
Not really.
No
No.
anxiety?
No.
She gets so nervous.
That's not like true. You throw up in the morning before shows, and you say that all the time.
Oh shit.
Not because of the show, just because
No, I would say.
It's the morning sickness? Is that?
I would say I can think of a couple of times. Usually it's like when I'm sitting in with somebody like really huge, I get nervous. But when we're playing songs that we've played so many times, we just go up there and do our thing. I might be a little nervous before, but as soon as like the music hits, it's just easy.
It just all flows naturally, right?
Yeah, totally. Because it's like not like I haven't done it before, So.
I get that. I used to. Yeah, go for it.
I just want to say not the jitters, just more like I just wanted to hit about like, you know, we do have a lot of times we play shows where there's a crap load of people and we have shows where there's not. But one of my favorite things about this band and the music and even just like our vibe and how we get along, like no matter how many people are out there, we get up there and we throw it all out there and we have a great time and we always really lock in the people that are out there and grab them every time. And that's one of the coolest parts. It can be hard to do that with different people.
No matter if it's a small crowd or a big crowd.
Yeah, definitely.
You give it your all every time.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what people want to see, you know. It's like if you played a show and there weren't like, okay, because you know that there's people out there that feed off the energy of the crowd. I'm sure you guys do some as well, but there's like people that are like really ego tripping that feed off the crowd. Yeah, and if there's not a big crowd, then they're like bummed out and they might not play as well of a set because they're bummed out a little bit. They're not feeling as much energy. But to hear you guys say like you're giving it all, like that's great. That's what people want to see when they come out, especially when there's a small crowd too, and you give it your all and you rock the fucking house. Like people are astonished. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and it feels fun to do that too.
Yeah.
Like playing to a big crowd is fun because the crowd becomes this one giant thing.
Right.
But also playing to a crowd of say 16 people or something, like you have these little groups of like 4 people kind of stand around and like you can kind of just take your time like trying to impress each little group or whatever. Like it's fun to like almost zone in on less people and just like we have a very big sound, so when we play to a small crowd I'm like, this is gonna be fun. and it is.
Yeah, so you could like easily melt the faces of all those people in the crowd then.
Yeah. And actually I was just thinking it's kind of like, you know how in college when you have like 100-person classes and you don't get like as much attention from the professor or whatever, and you have the small classes and you like learn a lot, it's more personal. I kind of feel that way with smaller shows. I feel like I leave having connected with like every person or like even just like talked with them like from the stage or just like we yell things at each other. So it's like really more fun in some ways. When you have the big crowd, I kind of go like way more generic with what I say on stage. I'm like, don't say anything dumb. But when it's like just a couple people, it's like you're just kind of hanging out.
Just like letting loose a little bit more, right?
Yeah.
Speaking about college, I read you studied at the Shenandoah Conservatory. I fucked that up real bad. Shenandoah Conservatory, yeah.
Conservatoire.
Yeah, right. So it's like, how's that formal training shaped your approach in music?
You want me to answer this one for you?
Do you want to?
No, what the fuck? I can't answer that.
I don't know.
You want to talk about your college experience?
Sure. Oh man. Okay, we can ask the question again.
So how does like going to college at Shenandoah shape your music? Like how you create music?
Yeah. Okay. So college is a bubble. So you get in there, you practice your face off, and then you just have to leave and go get in the scene. So I'm really glad that I went because I had so much like one-on-one training. I was in like big band with like horns and like other like fusion groups and stuff like that. And just like my teacher was awesome. And I remember when I was in high school, my music teacher was like, when you guys go to college, like you're going to be heading to the practice room at midnight. And he wasn't kidding because, you've got classes all day and then rehearsal and like whatever. Right. So it really was just like relentless practice and learning. And like that's what I'm most grateful for. It's just that like the catch is that like some people leave and don't go and then like use it, So right. I always wanted to like get out there and like play. It took me kind of a while to figure out how to get on stage and figure out like kind of how to do it and like what to do with like what I ultimately wanted, but eventually got there.
So it's like they can teach you I suppose like the background and the technical stuff, but they don't teach you the persona.
No, and honestly, like I love it for music colleges right now. They're like trying, like they try to have like 20th century musician classes and like pop courses, but at the end of the day, like I just noticed my biggest thing with like music school was like a lot of people just kind of needed like their hand held throughout the whole thing, and it's like if you need that, like there's kind of no way you can leave and then like pave your path. You just like have to be able to pave your path.
You gotta get out there and get the experience.
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta get the experience. Gotta get out there and rough your heels up a little bit, right? Yeah. You rough your heels up a little bit.
Yeah.
Got to bust your ass a little bit in order to make a name for yourself and get out there and meet people, greet people, shake hands.
Yes.
Yeah. It's kind of tough, isn't it? Kind of tough to get established.
Yes. Yeah. Takes a while. Does anybody want to comment on that?
Sure.
Go for it.
Sure. I don't.
Yes.
Yes, but like it's also like there's such a natural part to it because like when you care about it so much, and
I'm not laughing at you. I'm just laughing.
when you care, like I feel I'll speak for us. Like we care about what we do a lot, and it comes so naturally to us, and it's what we want, like in a very deep way. So it's just natural. Like I know that I'm constantly, when we're out there like roughing our heels about it, like I'm still constantly feeling right place, right time the entire time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, you know, as long as you're passionate about something, well, they say like if you have a job that you love, it'll never be a job, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You won't work a day in your life. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's the same principle.
Yeah.
So let's see what else if I knock this thing over here. Yeah, trying to. Like I said, new mic. I'm used to holding it up to my face like that, but switch things up here a little bit. So the band, you're known for your wild synth solos and genre blending soundscapes. Who are some of your biggest influences?
Genre bending.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question again, Michael?
Who's some of your influences?
Influences? Okay, I am so bad at answering this question.
Hendrix.
Do you want to answer this one for me?
Jacob Collier.
That is not true. And I can't say why. But okay, I guess I feel like stop it. Okay. I guess I feel like, and this happens a lot with the bands that are in like the jam scene and whatever. Like I feel like a lot of people don't really listen to jam bands, even if they like do jamming or whatever. But I would say the music I listen to the most is what, Oscar Peterson?
Esperanza Spalding.
Okay, yes. So Esperanza Spalding is my number one biggest influence, like Queen. Like, I want to live my life like her. I just want to... She commits her whole being to art and developing as a person with her art and her music. So she's my number one. She's a jazz bassist. She's amazing. I love jazz piano, Oscar Peterson, the fusion greats, you know, Herbie Hancock, Chick Corea. And then after that, I would say I listen to, like, a lot of rock. Like, I had a lot of Soundgarden phases and stuff like that. So... It's really like all over the map. I still listen to classical music a lot because I like trained on that when I was younger. So all over the map.
Okay, interesting. And like, whenever you guys are in the van and traveling, like, who do you like to listen to, or do you guys just like put in headphones and do your own thing?
Okay, yeah. So I'll say the last thing I picked was Todd Terge, who's like a European like DJ producer. Everybody like answered.
You go first. I don't know.
You haven't answered
Jacob,
a single
I don't know.
Weird, wacky stuff. You gotta do something.
Like what?
Like, first thing that comes to mind.
He put on Zappa today, but you also put on a bunch of like weird electronic stuff. I don't even know what it is.
That might have been me.
Let the man answer.
Yeah. Do you want to take this from me?
Just asked me to answer.
Jacob listens to garbage.
Side Nestor.
A lot of Claypool.
We listen to a lot of Nestor, a lot of Cy Nestor. No, we listen to a lot of Osric Tentacles.
That's right.
Yeah, that's the shit right now, boy. I tell you. That's
Osric. I always called him Ozark Tentacles.
Ozark Tentacles.
Yeah, right. Ozark
Yeah.
Tentacles. I know who you're talking about, though.
No, I mean, you can just put Osric Tentacles on and just hit shuffle and listen to them for like 5 hours and just enter like the tentacle zone in a non... That sounds gross, but in a non-gross way, you enter the tentacle zone for.
And they're like a psychedelic rock band, right? Is that
they're
what you call
like
it?
the psychedelic. They're so sick and so underrated. Nate, you saw them, right?
No.
Never mind.
I don't put on music in the van that much, but when I do, I try and make it a fusion of something from my world that I like, because I love jam bands. Whereas they don't listen to jam bands as much as me and him do. And so I'll pick something like Derek Trucks doing like a Miles Davis tune or like a jazz tune, you know, where it's kind of a fusion of blues, because I love the Allman Brothers and all that good stuff, and and they're super studied, with the jazz stuff. So it's fun to kind of show them like a fusion of the two worlds and like, all that stuff. That's what I would put on the Derek Trucks first album, self-titled.
Yeah, you hear that too, right?
I love you, Derek.
I feel like I love you, Derek. We met Derek. It was great. I would put on Fish. I would take the opportunity to because me and Luke keep talking about how we want to like show Jacob and Natalie like more what we get out of Fish and Fish jams. So I feel like I would put on and like geek out and like be like, oh, listen to this part. It's about how what they're doing there. So yeah.
It's whenever anybody says like the Grateful Dead or Fish, I'd always pick Fish because I think they've got a lot more energy than the Grateful Dead.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely different.
For sure. We saw Grateful Dead last summer.
Did you really?
We did.
Yeah. Dead and Company, right?
Denko. Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, where'd you guys see them at?
It was in North Carolina. It was like a Raleigh.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was just like one of those big outdoor,
Events
massive
going
venues.
on.
But it was very interesting.
Okay.
My first time seeing Denko. I haven't seen Fish yet, but I'm very excited because I do feel like, everything you guys have showed me, I feel like I can't not like it. So
Yeah. Are you a John Mayer fan?
I like him. I haven't done a lot of listening, but I like him. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, My Body is a Wonderland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
He
Yes,
did.
it is, Mike.
He played some song. I can't remember what it was. But he did "Body Is a Wonderland" into some other Grateful Dead song and blew the minds of a bunch of people.
Ooh, that
yeah.
sounds like a good
Yeah.
mashup.
Yeah, it's one of our sound engineers. He was showing me the video of it. He's like, "You won't believe it." I'm like, "Oh, here, let me see the video." And like, sure enough, John Mayer.
especially with Dead and
Yeah, he's
Mayer
taking
has-
Johnny Salami. He's taking over.
I want to ask you a question.
Yeah. ask me.
What's your least favorite band of all time? What do you hate?
Least favorite band? So I can say it and then I can bleep it out on here if I wanted to.
Oh well, don't say. Yeah, no, you don't have to.
Okay. Oh, it's not about least favorite band on podcast. Okay, least favorite band.
No, but now I need to know.
Your clients do you hate?
Yeah, right.
Now I need to know
Man,
that.
least favorite band, like something. Gosh, man, I like a lot of different music, but
What do you
I don't
hate?
know. What do I hate? What do I absolutely hate?
Do you hate country like the rest of us?
Well, I don't hate
New country, yes. Like 90s country, 2000 country, no. So, gosh, something that I hate. Maybe like fucking Owl Nation. Like,
Wait, what is that?
Or like fucking, God, yeah, what's the, what's the other band?
Owl City, dude.
What's, Mumford and Sons? Yeah, like,
Clap music.
right, yeah, it's I like all
their
kinds
first
of
album
music,
a lot.
but
I've
never
never heard it.
heard of it, yeah. Yeah, that's yeah. Nobody's ever asked me that. That's a good question, though. Yeah, right. It's some people have mentioned asking like an icebreaker question before we start everything, but I didn't have to. I already broke the ice with you guys before. Yeah, so no issues. Yeah.
Yeah, it's called tequila.
It's called tequila. Yeah, the tequila. I caught a little buzz after
Two
drinking
truths
that
and a
Modelo
lie.
and having that. Seemed like a double shot of tequila. What kind of tequila was that?
Oh, I don't know. It was just a big
It's an extra strength.
Big clear bottle. Maybe it was some Jose. Maybe it was.
I don't think it was like rail brown. But
Yeah. It wasn't Patron, was it?
literally the label was turned away.
Oh, okay. It could be anything. Well, I've heard, I don't drink tequila very often, but I've heard that like real tequila that'll make you drunk, but it also gives you energy. Yeah, where you could like drink it all evening and
It's
like
the only alcohol that's a stimulant.
really
It's a depressant and a stimulant.
Yeah, just gotta have a balance there. Yeah, I like that. though.
Yeah, I had a crazy. I was in Cabo. I'm joking.
Oh, okay.
Come on, dude.
I've never been to Cabo.
Yeah, it's I've never been to Cabo
To all my
either,
friends
but
who always go to Cabo.
send me some sand back in the mail. You go to Cabo. Yeah.
Cabo. Never been.
Yeah, we're used to drinking a lot of picklebacks here. You know what picklebacks are?
Yeah.
Yeah, do like
Is
some
that with
Jameson
vodka?
and some
It's Jameson?
Well, it could be any whiskey, but we like Jameson and some pickle juice with it. And when we're out of pickle juice, I get the pepperoncinis out and pour the pepperoncini juice. In
I like
yeah.
it with pepperoncini more than pickle.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go. That's where it's at.
Pepperoncini or pepperoncini?
It's up for debate. I think it's pepperoncini. Yeah.
I don't know if it was like probably. No, I'm not gonna do it. I was gonna do an accent. I'm not doing it.
Do
no, I'm
your
not.
best.
Now that I've thought about it, I'm not doing it.
Do your best accent of pepperoncini.
I'll do an accent.
I say, do your best West Virginia accent.
Yo, shout out to OCMD Han doing pickleback shots.
Is that a Baltimore accident? Accident. Okay.
Pepperoncinis.
You guys got to try the picklebacks. I'm not kidding.
All right, we
Yeah,
will.
the pickle juice balances out.
The acidity.
It takes away. Yeah, the acidity takes away the burn of the alcohol.
Sure does.
Earlier we were talking about you've got a new album that you just recorded and produced. Tell me about that.
Okay, very excited. A lot of new songs on there. One or two kind of older ones we've been doing for a little while, but yeah, it's 11 songs and it's got literally a little bit of everything. We have some kind of short, poppier tunes, some like longer, jammed out songs. There's one that I really am excited to put out. It's called Stupid Head, and it was just a straight. We tracked it all 4 of us once the whole way through. It's like 8 minutes, got a big jam in the middle. Everybody had like a fuck up, but we kept it. So there's like songs like that, and then there's songs where we like perfectly curated like every piece, you know, of like a 5-minute song or whatever. So
All right, and how long did that take to record?
we did, I think, 10 days at first. And we got all the tracks down in like 4 or 5 days, but then the next 5 days was like just so much, like kind of redoing guitar, redoing keys, adding more keys, and just like
I didn't redo anything.
we redid a lot because, like I said, some of them. I said we. Yeah, because that's kind of the way that like I like to craft some of the songs is like we go in and we get like the authenticity of like the original take, and then you just kind of go like fix stuff or whatever.
Right.
I knew you were gonna say
Like
that.
polish it up, right?
Yeah, polish it up. So we did 10 days, and then we've gone back for like 4 or 5, maybe even more days than that. And then that was like vocals, and I did a lot of keys additions. Like I love doing like organ, synth pads, synth leads, just like tons and tons of them. So yeah,
Sounds like a long process.
it really is. And the
Yeah.
last time we had our last day on Wednesday 2 days ago. And when I was done there was at one point where we thought we weren't going to finish, and Kenny, the engineer, he was like, got to do more time. I was like, I literally can't fucking do this anymore. I was like, I love this album. I love you. I'm having a great time. I can't come back here. Like, I was just burnt out on it.
Yeah, Yeah, the burnout, that's always kind of crappy. And
Yeah.
It's like putting everything into it, and then eventually you're just like out of steam.
Yeah. Luke and I have talked about this, and Luke, you can comment on it if you want. That like when you're releasing music and like albums or singles, you go through so many waves of like loving it, hating it, loving it, absolutely loathe it, question putting it out, kill the whole thing, like whatever, and then it's just so many waves like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's part of being like a creator, being a musician too. It's no, I can relate to the same thing because like I get burnt out doing this podcast sometimes. I hate editing.
Yeah.
I've got it down to a process where it's like not too bad anymore, but like I used to really dread editing.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a burnout. It comes easy sometimes.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
You guys have something to say?
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, I think the whole album recording process is just really easy.
Do you
Especially
edit
when you have
this?
to go back and
Is this
fix
like?
anything.
Do you chop this up?
A little bit, not much.
Nice. You
Yeah, a
edit
little
out
bit
when
there.
you said the band that you hated.
No, because I didn't say the band I hated.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. But what I've had a few guests on here that have been standoffish, just rude. Yeah, I've had a few people that have been that way. So not gonna name anybody. Not like any of them motherfuckers are gonna watch this, anyways. But that's just how it is sometimes. And of course, you never know what people are going on, like in their personal life or like
Yeah.
on the road or between the bands. So it's maybe some people catch them at the wrong time or whatever. But it is what it is. We're all human.
Tell them how you feel.
Right?
Yeah,
We're all
listen
human.
up.
We're all human, but
Break the fourth
Yeah.
wall.
we're gonna
This is
leave it
going
at that.
straight to those assholes in Uncle Kunkel's 1 gram band. I'm sick of your shit.
Oh, man.
I'm done. Look, Wyatt Graham, I'm coming for your bitch ass. No.
Yeah, it's official now, Wyatt Graham.
That's
Right,
his
it's
other
been
band. That's
known.
his band. That's his band. On the record.
Those are
Whatever-
very good friends.
Oh,
of
okay.
mine.
Whatever
Gotcha.
editing you do,
Yeah.
I want that clip.
All right, yeah, we'll chop
Cut
it up
out the
for
part
you.
where I say it's a joke and just leave the first part in.
All right.
Oh,
Like,
hell
it's-
yeah.
I love
it's
how he says
serious.
editing is the part he hates the most, and we're causing him more editing. Like, oh, you hate editing? Let's just do.
Nah,
15 seconds of dead air.
this is all raw right here, baby.
Do you edit
That's how
cussing
people want
out?
it. Nah, fuck no.
Okay, guys. I've said fuck a few times. If I'm
So
causing you
have I.
edits, and
It's
I feel bad.
there's like something with YouTube. They say like you can't cuss for like the first 6 minutes or
Yeah.
something, but like I'm not monetized, so like whatever.
It's like this big.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta play the game, right?
Yeah. Oh, dude. True.
The part of the game. Real quick, we were here we go.
What?
We were talking earlier about your performance last year. Was it last year?
In October of the year before.
So 2023.
Oh my God. What?
Late Night with Jimmy Fallon, right?
2023? It was a year and a half ago. This is
Yeah.
insane. This is insane. It doesn't feel like that long ago. But yes, that did happen.
Yeah. What was that like? What, like from the beginning to the end, like
From
and
the
everything in
beginning
between?
to the end. Okay. So Thumpasaurus has always they're a band from LA. They're awesome. If you don't know about them, check them out. They're a band from LA. They hit me up pretty randomly and always pretty last minute. The first time they contacted me, they were like, "Hey, crazy idea." I was like driving to a wedding, and I was like, "Cool, hit me with it." And they were like, we got invited to play on a TV show. It's in France. And I was like, oh, wow, cool. And they were like, can you go? It's next week. I was like, yes. And my passport was expired. It was a whole thing. I had to, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then this was like, I think a couple weeks ahead. And they texted me and they were like, are you free on this date? And they didn't really say what it was. I was like, yeah, totally. Like, what is it? And they were like, you can't tell anybody or whatever. And they just said Jimmy Fallon. And Jacob was in the living room. And I just sat there. I put my phone down. And I just sat at the counter. And I just was like, what the fuck? And then I slowly just was like, Jacob. He was like, what? I was like, you're not going to believe this. It took me like 5 minutes to get it out.
Yeah.
So then we went to New York. Jacob came with me. We took a bus.
Nice.
And
Wait, you hopped on a bus and drove.
in like DC.
Road. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And we went up the night before, and there wasn't anything that night, right?
It was.
Oh yeah. Oh, there was like a rehearsal of it.
We went
right?
to the Stand
Oh yeah.
in New York City, and we saw Ari Shaffir, Joe List,
Karen
Vian.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's what's
Yeah,
up.
right. So we wanted to see some comedy. That was really cool. So we had a hotel and we went to see some comedy. That was like so much fun. Then the next day, this is when I told you, I got picked up because Jacob was coming with me later for like the sound check. I got picked up by a guy in like a black SUV with like tinted windows and like an earpiece. And actually, just kidding, that was later. But anyway, yeah. So when we went to the studio later on, we got picked up by that guy. We were like driving through New York City in like a like tinted van. I was like, oh my god, this is like insane.
Murdered out windows.
He had like an earpiece and was like, I got him, headed towards the studio 10 minutes.
It was crazy, and I was like, man, I feel like Katy Perry or something. And yeah, so I mean, it was like one of the most terrifying 3-minute like amounts of my life.
Yeah.
And I just before we went on, I was just shaking, just absolutely shaking. We started like sound check at like 10 a.m. And then we did like a camera blocking thing at like 12, and then lunch break at like 2. So from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. when we did the performance, it was just like I was just out of my mind, you
Just
know.
exhausted.
Yes, exhausted. And but then when we were like standing outside waiting for the show to get to the point, I was like, I can do this. I can do 3.5 minutes of just like control it, like know what you're gonna do. I definitely planned my solo. I was like, I am not improvising this solo. I'm not improvising this solo. So yeah, and then everybody like my family told me that like as soon as I finished my solo in the middle of the song, they could tell that I was like way more comfortable. I started dancing around. So that was just the only thing I had to get there, and then I was like, all right, I got this.
Okay, so it didn't just flow when you walked out there. Well, you
Hell
don't walk
no.
out. You do, but like they open up a curtain and boom, you're right there.
Yeah, I think that
Yeah.
part was live starting from right there where they introduced us, I guess. And and then they counted off, and I was like, holy fuck.
Like here we go.
Yeah, and like
this is
Jimmy's like
happening.
over there, you know,
Right.
and like it was just crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty
The
cool.
audience too, so yeah.
Jimmy was losing it.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he loves that band.
He loves
Yeah.
it, yeah.
Actually.
It was a crazy experience, all in all. I
Yeah.
couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool, and I think that was like the first time I had heard of you. And then like
cool.
people in the local music community here were like going out and seeing your shows and stuff. And I
Oh,
was
great.
like, all right, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like here, got to check out this band and see what they're all about. And like,
Yeah.
yeah, you guys are funky.
Thanks.
You really lay it down, and it's
Yeah, we
it's
have
easy
fun.
to dance to and like get your foot tapping and everything. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I'm hoping the crowd out there enjoys it tonight
I hope
just
they're
as
ready.
much as I did.
Yeah,
They
we're
should
gonna-
be. Should.
We're gonna do it no matter what.
You gonna dust the rafters off tonight?
Hell yeah.
Real quick before we go, a couple like name some of the like music festivals and shows that are coming up that you're looking forward to playing. Now you got a couple of them here in West Virginia, right?
Yes, because I was thinking about the West Virginia ones when you asked me earlier. We're doing Mountain Music Fest in June, and then Dome Fest in August, and both of those are at Ace Adventure Resort.
That's
So,
right,
Super
yeah.
exciting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
only about an hour away from here, something
Right,
like that.
not far.
Yeah, so it's not very far if you're in the Charleston area. And
Yep.
so yeah, I don't know how far it is from Baltimore. How far is it? Yeah, from here to
I
Baltimore.
don't know, 4 or 5 hours.
Okay, yeah, that's not yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
but
bad.
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Just trees
It's
and
a great
hills.
drive.
right.
It's a beautiful,
It's
fun
fantastic.
drive.
Very scenic.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
My foot doesn't hurt at all.
Yeah.
My back doesn't hurt.
engines are like,
Your back and foot will not
like the
hurt.
whole day.
Yeah, if you just hit that cruise control and let it roll, you'll be all right.
We have entered the warm season, so now there is a massive traffic pile up about every like 30 miles
Yeah.
through the mountains where they're working on the road now.
Drive.
Speaking of
Yeah. No, from here to there is fine.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to Mount, I mean, coming here, it's worth the drive. If I was driving to just like, I don't know, buy like a deodorant stick and then drive 5 hours back, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, come get a hot dog instead. Yeah.
Speaking of hot dogs, Luke loves them.
Yeah.
Speaking of hot
All right,
dogs,
Luke,
that's our guy Jacob.
All right,
He
Luke, real
drives the
quick.
van.
What's your favorite hot dog? What do you put on it?
Oh man, I get a if I could get a chill out. If I could get a hot dog right now, I'd get just a regular stadium dog, maybe one with the cheddar inside, and just ketchup, mustard, relish. It's the triple.
Yeah.
That's the way.
Yeah.
I don't need cheese.
Stoplight?
I don't
That sounds
need,
right.
I don't
Yeah.
need cheese. I don't need chili. I love that stuff, but I don't need it. Just the ketchup. The combination of ketchup and mustard is really real.
Just enough for you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the album is really good.
The way you speak about hot dogs is so passionate. I love it.
I do love them.
Every time we go to the gas station, you guys get hot dogs.
It's like my thing.
Guys.
No, you two.
I'm Luke Walker, and hot dogs are my thing.
I got it once. I got a hot dog one time. Remember, it was like gray and purple, so I didn't finish it.
We don't wanna tell the
Speaking
people
of gray and purple,
All right.
I had my first Chicago dog like 2 weeks ago. Yeah. It's like, it's like they got like relish, like mustard. I don't know if there's ketchup on it, but I'm pretty sure it's mustard and
Sacrilege.
I don't know. Mustard, relish, and then there's like pepperoncinis on top or something like that. And I don't think that there's chili, but like we had this band here like a couple months ago called Sneezy. Have you ever heard of them?
Yes, we know Sneezy.
Yeah. Shout out to Sneezy.
Yes.
And I was bullshitting with them and asking them about their favorite hot dogs, and when they started talking about Chicago dog because they're from Chicago, I just completely like shit all over them. I was like, oh, that's a horrible like hot dog. I was like, why would anybody eat that?
Nice.
Yeah.
Did they fight you?
No, but they probably could have. So it's like when I went and had my first Chicago dog, like I sent him a message, just like, I take back everything I said about the Chicago dog. It's absolutely delicious. Got to try it. West Virginia dogs are still superior though. So mustard, chili, onion, and slaw. Yeah. And slaw. Yeah.
I had a pepperoni
Really?
roll when I came down here.
Pepperoni. I almost bought you all a like a rack of pepperoni rolls, but I didn't have enough
Damn.
time before I got here.
Love
I
a
try to
nice
do that
rack
with
of
the bands when they
pepperonis.
come in because that's like the West Virginia like it's not like the sandwich, but like it's the West Virginia thing.
It
know?
is.
Pepperoni rolls. Yeah.
Dang, that's what he's. I didn't
Yeah,
know
coal
that.
miners' wives used to actually make those for them so they could take their lunch down into the mines and then have something to eat that was like hearty and fulfilling and everything. So,
Dang.
yeah.
A year ago, I paid $20 for a hot dog with no bun
Damn.
at a festival.
Yeah, they
I have
really
a
broke
food
it off
truck.
in your ass on that one, didn't
I
they?
didn't have a bun.
$20 hot dog. What? Yeah.
I can't
Let's hear
eat
it.
bread.
Can't
but
eat
I still
bread.
paid $20. I should get a discount. What's the $20 for? I hate.
Fuck, yeah, right. Give me $10 for a hot dog then. It's like you can pay for the whole fucking package of hot dogs
I could have
for $10
gotten
anyways,
Uber
right?
to a grocery store, got a pack of hot dogs,
Yeah.
and had 6 of them.
Next time, yeah, you get DoorDash hot dogs to wherever you're at, right?
DoorDash some 7-Eleven hot dogs,
Yeah,
7-Eleven Franks,
no bun,
no bun, straight off the roller,
That's right. That's how I want it.
Tanned.
Yeah, greasy,
bronzed.
tanned and bronze.
I have no comments on hot dogs.
Like, yeah, Glizzy Masters over here, huh? You guys have been a lot of fun, real cool to chat with. Why don't you go ahead and shout out your social medias where people can find your music at?
Cool. So Instagram is mainly Natalie Brooke. Facebook, Natalie Brooke. Website, nataliebrookmusic.com. And Spotify, Natalie Brooke. No. Also, we've got Nestor has his own music, Nester. Luke has Uncle Kunkle's. Sure.
At Nestor on the Bass on Instagram, Nestor on Spotify, Nestor on Facebook, Nestor in your living room, Nestor giving you a fat smooch.
Father Walker on Instagram. My name is Luke Walker. Father Father Walker on Instagram. One Gram Band on Instagram. That's my band. We're a jam band. We're funky. This is my first podcast, so if you guys don't follow me and give me a big pop from this, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, right. Pop his cherry since this is his first podcast.
At Father
So,
Walker
yeah.
on Instagram. At One Gram Band. Go check us out. Thank you. I'm gonna be pissed if you don't follow me.
Greasy Hands. Greasy Hands Band. Greasy Hands.
Greasy hands.
Do I have at Greasy Hands? That's
And who are you?
I'm Nathan Shulkin. Nate _ on drums. That's me.
Yeah,
He's
right.
gonna be pissed if he doesn't get a big pop from this.
Pop me.
Pop me! I'm gonna make you pop.
Michael, thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'm hearing my
This is a lot of
microphone
fun.
pop right now. Thank you all. Of course, if you all like watching this, you can watch more on Facebook, YouTube, and Rumble. Just search for the Grassroots 304 podcast. You can find me on Instagram. I'm at Mike Grassroots, and yeah, that's about it. Oh wait, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and check out Live the Shop here in Dunbar, West Virginia, 1233 Ohio Avenue. Support live local music no matter where you're at. Check these guys out. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Peace. Thank you all so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. That was fun.
That was so much fun. Thanks, man. Yeah, they are.
They are. I heard some Franz Ferdinand up there earlier.
I know. I found him. Get up and